Damien Chazelle's latest film, Babylon, serves as a heartfelt homage to the golden age of cinema. This historical black comedy drama is set in the late 1920s and early 1930s, capturing the transition between silent films to talkies, short films with synchronized dialogue. The movie features an ensemble cast including Margot Robbie, Diego Calva, and Brad Pitt. Beneath its overarching narrative, Babylon follows the journeys of aspiring individuals like Nellie Leroy and Manuel Manny Torres, offering a glimpse into the tumultuous era before Hollywood became the iconic industry we know today, characterized by decadence, debauchery, and extravagant excess. With a runtime of 189 minutes, this review dives into the reasons behind the film's divisive reception from critics and examines whether its label as a box office disappointment is justified. But before we get into the review, if you enjoy this type of content, hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. Also, hitting the notification bell will alert you when we drop new content. Now, let's get critical. In 1926, Mexican immigrant Manny Torres becomes enchanted with Nellie Leroy, an aspiring star at a wild Hollywood party. Manny dreams of a bigger life, one that gives him purpose and a place in something bigger than himself. He befriends film star Jack Conrad and secures a job at Kinoscope Studios, just as Nellie begins landing roles. Nellie rises to fame, but her reckless behavior tarnishes her reputation. As Hollywood transitions to sound films, Manny adapts and becomes a director, while Nellie struggles with the demands of sound and her personal demons. Meanwhile, Jack's career declines and Manny's pressured to fire Faye due to her rumored affair with Nellie. Nellie's behavior becomes increasingly erratic, leading to a confrontation at a party where she vomits on William Randolph Hearst. In 1932, Jack's popularity wanes and Manny faces challenges in Hollywood. Nellie's gambling debts put her life in danger and Manny helps her escape. However, Manny's efforts lead to a dangerous encounter with a gangster and a narrow escape from death. Nellie ultimately chooses to remain in Hollywood, leading to her tragic death from a drug overdose at a young age. In 1952, Manny returns to California with his family, reflecting on his past in Hollywood. He visits Kinoscope Studios and watches Singing in the Rain, which moves him to tears. The film ends with Manny smiling through tears, reflecting on the highs and lows of his career in the film industry. Director Damien Chazelle showcases his signature style, reminiscent of his previous works such as La La Land and Whiplash, by incorporating immersive musical scores and characters deeply passionate about music and the arts. Chazelle's approach to filmmaking seamlessly blends realism with stylized cinematic techniques to capture the emotional essence of the narrative. In Babylon, he skillfully channels his love for cinema, juxtaposed with a not-so-subtle portrayal of Hollywood's burgeoning culture of depravity. The film opens with an extravagant party scene, only to delve deeper into the dark underbelly of Hollywood's hedonistic lifestyle as characters like Manny Torres, led by the wealthy gangster James McKay, descend into an underground world of debauchery. Tobey Maguire's character delivers a poignant line.
What's this?
It's LA's last real party.
Wilson, bring that cash.
This town has gotten so repressed, this is the only place left where you can have any fun these days.
While these themes and elements breathe life into the film, they are sporadic and insufficiently developed to overshadow its underlying issues. Babylon falters in its attempt to juggle multiple characters' plotlines without adequately exploring any of them to establish a meaningful connection with the audience. The central characters, portrayed by Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie, and Diego Calva, are all undergoing various transitions within the industry. However, the narrative struggles to find cohesion, veering between different storylines without fully committing to any, resulting in a disjointed viewing experience. Initially hinting at a La La Land-esque narrative structure with a romantic subplot between Nellie and Manny, the film becomes distracted by sensationalized scenes and overarching industry narratives, neglecting the interpersonal relationships that should drive audience engagement. The lack of a cohesive plot contributes to the film's lengthy runtime, leaving viewers feeling disconnected and unfulfilled. Despite these shortcomings, the cast delivers commendable performances, breathing life into their respective roles. Brad Pitt's portrayal may feel somewhat understated, but it aligns well with his real life and career status. However, several characters such as Lady Faye and Sidney Palmer are underdeveloped, detracting from the overall narrative coherence. While each actor shines in their individual scenes, the film misses opportunities to fully utilize their collective talents in scenes with a shared objective, such as creating a compelling movie within the movie. I appreciated the historical depth that Chazelle infused into the film, showcasing his profound passion for cinema and filmmaking. As a fellow film enthusiast, I commend his dedication to this craft. However, I believe that any narrative spanning 3 hours must utilize its time wisely and effectively to avoid feeling like a futile investment. Babylon delves into the harsh reality of the film industry, portraying it as a cutthroat environment that can devour individuals without a second thought. Chazelle skillfully employs his characters as conduits to accentuate either his adoration for cinema, with meticulously crafted scenes that mirror the perfectionism required in filmmaking, or his disdain for the industry's ruthless nature. Moments like Jack Conrad's poignant exchange with columnist Eleanor St. John exemplify the film's strong writing and encapsulates Chazelle's overarching message.
One day, every person on every film shot this year will be dead. And one day, all those films will be pulled from the vaults. And all their ghosts will dine together, and adventure together, go to the jungle, to war together. A child, born in 50 years, will stumble across your image flickering on a screen and feel he knows you, like a friend. Though you breathed your last before he breathed his first. You've been given a gift. Be grateful. Your time today is through, but you'll spend eternity with angels and ghosts.
However, this message should have been conveyed without extending the runtime beyond 3 hours. Certain scenes in the film felt excessively absurd, leaving me questioning their relevance to the overarching narrative. I struggled to discern their narrative purpose, which detracted from my overall engagement. While I anticipated a resolution that would revive Conrad's career, rebrand Nellie, and fulfill Manny's cinematic aspirations, Chazelle's realistic approach to storytelling shunned conventional happy endings. Instead, the film exposes the illusionary nature of the industry, where highly talented individuals can be commodified or discarded in a fickle business environment. In an era when film and acting were often deemed as inferior forms of art, Babylon underscores the dichotomy between the visionary creators and the profit-driven executives. Ultimately, I found the film's narrative structure overly chaotic, leaving me craving a stronger focus on character and plot development amidst the chaos. While I resonated with Chazelle's overarching message, I felt it came at the expense of cohesive storytelling and character evolution. Despite my appreciation for certain aspects of the film, I'm compelled to give Babylon a critical rating of C+.